Something happening on the TV. Brilliant colors flashing in front of me. My heart just stopped, eyes open wide. This might be heaven, but I haven't died. I'm a fire-throwing plumber with a golden axe. I'm stalking a robot, setting bombs on wall cracks. My arm is a gun, I hit a home run. Can't believe I just won, this is too much fun. Super Mega Graphics 64, retro games and a whole lot more. All of the titles that we adore, the best of today and what came before. There's too much awesome to contain, 'cause this channel's all about the games.
Oh boy, it is Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been trying to do a stream all week and I've had nothing but complications, but we're back. As complicated as life is, we're going to keep it simple today with some Atari 7800 Plus. Just enjoy some old school 2600 and 7800 games and just have some fun. I got my NES style controller hooked up here to my 7800, but we also have, god dang, my wire's getting caught on everything. We also have the original 7800 controller, which I actually really like this controller. It's fun, especially for like games like Robotron, where you use 2 controllers, because then you can just keep your thumb on this sucker. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Plug that in the second player port. Okay, anyway. We'll probably break these out at some point, these suckers. Do some Astro Blast or something. Have some fun. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to have some fun. I'm off work. This is my... Every other Friday I get off work. We're just off. I'm thrown off. I'm more off than normal. So, good morning. I woke up this morning. I got out of bed. Woke up this morning. Got out of bed. Anyway, and I was like, let's do some Atari. I haven't been on for a bit. PJ Smith is #1 in the chat. What's up, PJ? He says, Friday, Friday. Yes, Friday. The ultimate day. The day of fries. Yeah. So the reason it took me a little bit longer to get back to streaming after the last stream I did is I had some I have so many issues. I had some issues with the apartment. My sink, I don't know, something about my bathroom sink. It was possessed by evil spirits, I believe. There was something, someone had put a hex on me on the internet, someone that doesn't like me, and it caused the sink, I've never seen this happen before, for water to come up out of the drain of my sink into my apartment. So this is like the 7th time water has flooded into my apartment. Now the flood that I experienced this time was not terrible. It did get the carpet a little wet. Eventually the water stopped coming out of the sink and went back down. I ran some Drano through there and I haven't had any more issues. So there's a theory between me and one of my friends at work that drain might be shared with another apartment, that they washed clothes or something and there's a clog somewhere and their water backed up into my, I don't know, who knows. I don't know. I'm not a plumber. My name's not Mario or Mario, however you want to say it. Yeah, but that would be funny if I could get a plumber named Mario. That'd be pretty cool, dude. That'd be a hell of a gimmick. If you're gonna be a plumber, I mean, you don't have to change your name. I'm just saying, call your plumbing company Mario's Plumbing and like dress up in the suit, do the thumbs up. Yeah, you can make some money. People would hire you just to have you come over. Like, what do you need? What do you need to fix? And they'd be like, no, it's the kid's birthday. And you're like, oh, one of these. Okay. I'd probably be relieved, actually, being a plumber. We're drinking some Coca-Cola Zero today. This is not an ad. I'm not sponsored. I'm not being paid. I'm just drinking the Coca-Cola Zero. No alcohol. Anyway. So, yeah, we're just going to hang out, play some Atari 2600. If anybody wants to chit-chat, you're welcome to do so. You definitely don't have to, but That's cool. That's cool. We're just doing this thing that we do. Okay, is my stream functioning properly? That's the question. I believe it is. I believe it is. So, okay, cool. All right. Anyway, something I wanted to mention during the stream was that there is a deal going on right now. I'm going to be playing on my Atari 7800 Plus, and if you're interested in getting one of these, this is also not a sponsored thing. I won't be providing any kind of affiliate link or anything like that. You can look this up yourself. But there is a good deal going on right now. I was actually told about this deal by my friend Luke, who was looking at it. I don't know if he's going to get one of these, but he was thinking about it. And it's because this is a very, very good deal. And it's on Amazon.com. Right here. You can see the Atari 7800 Plus is on sale right now for $59.99, which is half the price of what they have it listed as. $60 for the 7800 Plus with the wireless controller and the Crystal Quest, so you get a game and everything. I don't know when I've ever seen a deal that I would, for me, and this is a subjective statement, obviously, but I don't know when I've seen a deal that good on something like this on a game console that I don't know. It's obviously a retro console, you know, but yeah, $60. Holy crap, that's pretty good. And if you don't like that controller, which I'm not really a big fan of it, unfortunately, I was hoping I would like it more than I do. You don't have to use it. You can use different controllers. Obviously, you have to get something that's wired properly for the 7800. So a Genesis controller will work for 2600 games, but it's not really going to work for like 7800 games. So for that, you need to get you a different controller. You can get like an old school regular standard issue 7800 controller, or you could get something that's newer than that, something off of eBay. And speaking of eBay, if you're going to get one of these, you can't really use like flash carts or ROMs or anything on this. It doesn't really work because it's an emulation based system. So you do have to get real cartridges. So on eBay, you could find some good deals. By the way, don't buy. Oh my God. I don't know why these people do this stuff. Like, look at this. Somebody's trying to sell a 2600 Plus for $309 with 10 games. I don't think so. I don't think so. But you can get some good deals on some of these older games, 2600 games, 7800 games, homebrew games. You can find some good stuff on here. Some of the prices are a little wild, but some of them are pretty good, especially if you get lucky on an auction. And then also pick yourself up a controller that would work good for what you're trying to do. But yeah. So don't... If you're looking for full in-box stuff, sometimes these people will jack up their prices to ridiculous amounts. But if you're looking for just loose carts, just so you can play some of these games, yeah, there's some really good deals on there. And if you don't care too much about the quality of the labels, especially, I mean, holy crap. And that's me. I don't care about the labels. Some of my cartridges don't even have labels. They don't even have freaking labels because I got such a good deal on them. But that's me. That's me. I like my games. I'm not a big shelf guy. Big Block Plymouth is here. What's up, Big Block? Morning, Si. I paid full price for 7800 Plus. Yeah, me too. Me too. That doesn't mean that we're suckers. It just means that we got in early. But maybe that means we're suckers. I don't know. When you get in early, sometimes you pay a little bit more. You pay the higher price. But not necessarily. I mean, Nintendo's jacking up the prices on the original Switch after they moved on to Switch too, so sometimes I guess this doesn't go, it goes the opposite direction. Anyway, I think it's a good time if you're thinking about getting a 7800 Plus. This deal doesn't last too much longer. I don't know how long it's going to last. Actually, I'm trying to see. It's exclusive to Amazon Prime members. but not real sure how much longer it's going on. But it's something to look at if you're interested in doing this sort of thing. 7,800, 2,600 games. Big Block says, I think it says Tootsie Pop on the back of my head. What? What does that mean? How many licks does it take to get to the center of Big Block's head? The world may never know. That's a strange comment. Not sure what to make of that. I'm gonna look at this one more time. Sorry guys, back to this just one more time. So yeah, 7,800 plus for $59.99 if you're interested. Again, I don't make any money. I'm not giving you an affiliate link. This is just a deal that I think is worth talking about and definitely worth the money. So yeah, regularly it's $130, so that's half price. Oh, Big Block, I'm a sucker. Okay, it took me. I didn't understand what you were saying. I didn't understand what you were saying. My bad. No, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, there's one of us born every minute, as they say. But anyway, 7,800 plus, pretty damn good. If you, especially, I mean, not everybody likes the 7,800 library. You know, not everybody's a big fan of that because there's some good games, but there's some eh. But the 2,600 library, I think, you know, it has some all-time classics in it, regardless of how you feel about the other. Plus, this thing plays homebrews, and there's been a recent update that makes it even a little bit more compatible, so you can do more of the homebrews and stuff. I will say though that there's still a couple of retail games that have issues. For example, Crossbow does not seem to want to do what it's supposed to do. So I can't really play Crossbow, which is annoying. It's not that big a deal. I wasn't really going to play Crossbow too much anyway. But there are still a couple of retail games out there that don't play nice with the 2,600 plus or 7,800 plus. So something to bear in mind. Chris Courage is here. Chris Courage, the man, the myth, the legend. The console modder who actually modded my 7,800 so that it would be it would have composite outputs, and I love it. I love it. I was doing all my 2,600 and 7,800 streams with that console until I got the 7,800 plus, and the only reason I use the 7,800 plus is I think it's because it's newer, it's more relevant, but also because it has that HDMI signal. So it's pretty cool. And it has a pause feature for all 2,600 and 7,800 games, which the real console does not offer pause for everything. So there's that too. I need a pause button if I'm streaming. Sorry. Yeah, $59, pretty good deal. $59. Also, we've got Cyber here. Hello, Cyber. Hi, Cyber. Hi, indeed. All right, I'm going to start off just goofing around with the game called Laser Blast for the 2,600. This is, see, when I was telling you I don't care about my labels and stuff, that's not a great label. That's pretty typical of how my labels are. They're kind of janky. And that's because I mean, I just want to play the games. So I think I probably got this game for $2 or $3, something like that. But it's a fun game. It's got a strange control mechanic. Like when you're flying, you have to hold down a laser button and press a direction, let go of the laser button, and then it shoots. It's kind of strange, but it's fun. It's fun. We're gonna play a little bit of that, and then we'll play some other stuff too. Other stuff as well. All right, let me bring up the game. Alrighty. All right, Laser Blast time. This is an Activision game. How about that? All right, so let's just start it up. Okay. It always screws me up when I try to shoot at first because that mechanic is a little weird. I love the way the lasers look though. They have this like fade in, fade out thing they do. Come on, kill him. Do it. Got him. Got him. You almost feel like you're like sniping them because of the way you have to do the controls. Pretty cool though. Obviously it's going to get harder the further I go. Oh, you got me. God dang it. Once they start getting me, they keep getting me. Ah, damn it. Ah, I crashed into him. Ha! Revenge. Oh, let's see if I can get him. I think I got it. Oh, you bastard. Okay, last life. Ah. See? Once it starts, I just fall off immediately. Damn it. Let's see. Cyber says 2600 was my first console. Well, the Intellivision was mine, but we were desperate to get a 2600. I was so jealous of my friends and family that had 2600s. Because Intellivision was it was awesome. I loved it, but everybody had Atari. Like, all you ever heard about was Atari. All the other kids and everything, it was all Atari. And it seemed like at the time all the best games were on Atari. So I was like, we were like, oh, I wish we had Atari, but Mom was like, no, you're getting Intellivision because it's got educational stuff and blah blah. And we were like, okay, but I mean, I like the Intellivision, I love it, but yeah, we were desperate to get a 2600, and it was actually a while before we got one. We actually didn't get one for a couple of years. And then we finally got one at a garage sale. Like, somebody was having one of those garage sales where like they're selling like everything basically. And they were selling 2600. They had a ton of games. And so my mom used to hit garage sales all the time. And she found this garage sale and picked up the 2600 and like 10 games and came back and told us all about it. So then we were all so excited because the games were like, they were selling them for like $1 or something like that. So we were so excited, we went back and picked up like almost all their stuff, like all their games. So we were very happy. We had 2600 and a ton of games and didn't spend a lot of money, and that lasted us, because it took a while before we got an NES too. So we had Intellivision and 2600. I want to say it wasn't until like, I don't know, maybe 1988 maybe, that we finally got an NES. Yeah, maybe 89. We were really late to that. My cousin had an NES and we played it a lot, but we didn't get our own for quite a while. So obviously I still have a lot of nostalgia for these things. Big Block says, have to run to class. Have a great day. Oh yeah, take care, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Have a great Friday. Cyber says, I bought a VCS last year. It's still in the box. Huh. Yeah, I'm not the new VCS, right? That's really kind of just a computer. It's not really something I've thought about getting, but I know a lot of people that have them. They do seem to like them. Cyber says, that's 4-bit. That 4-bit AI will kill you. Yeah, it's funny because the 2600, I mean, technically it's still 8-bit. It just doesn't seem like it, right? But it's interesting, the difference. The TurboGrafx 16 is an 8-bit processor. It's funny how what we think of, it's 8-bit, it's 16-bit, it's whatever. It's funny how there's different, obviously, advancements that are made that still keep them in certain categories. We kind of think of that, and like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But it's Intellivision 16-bit. What? How's the Intellivision 16-bit? I don't know. Very strange. Cyber says, I have the Intellivision as well. Oh, wow. Well, that's good. Cyber says, we traded our 2600 with all the games for an NES. it probably happened quite a bit. You know, I would hear stories about people who would, when they got a new console, they would take, excuse me, they would take the old console and just throw it in the trash. Like they would take all the stuff and just throw it in the trash. We never did that, but you hear about that. It's pretty weird. Cyber says, I have a Core Graphics. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. With the EverDrive. Yeah. Very cool. TurboGrafx is, or PC Engine, however you want to refer to it. That is technically my favorite platform. But everybody has their favorites, right? And it's very subjective. But today we're playing the Atari. So let's try some more, a little bit more of this Laser Blast. Let's see how we do. Oh boy, come on. Come on. There we go. And how many I can, like how high a score I can get on this. I'm not really a high score guy. I don't really try to do that kind of stuff. But once in a while I get curious about it. Ah, you bastard. Get him. Get him. No! Damn it. Ooh, that was close. If it was as simple as just pressing the button to shoot, it wouldn't be as hard. But you have to like do this little song and dance where press the button, press the direction, let go of the button, keep pressing the direction, and then it's like a whole thing. Ah, damn it. Oh, man. Well, crap. That's not a very good score. I'm not good at this game. It's fun, but I'm just not very good at it. Let's see. Best shmups. Oh, yeah, TurboGrafx, for sure. For sure. Bassarino. What's up, dude? Bassarino. Excuse me. Gotta say it right. Sorry about that. It says, is this a new Atari? I remember a few months ago you got a reissue or something like that. Yeah. So this version of Atari, this company that we refer to as Atari, is a company that's only been around for, I want to say, I don't know, a few years, you know, maybe 7 years, something like that. And it took them a while to sort of figure out what they wanted this company to be. And in some ways they're still figuring that out, but definitely they're a lot more refined now on what they're doing. And basically what they're focusing on now is they're publishing some games for modern stuff, a few games. Like there's a new version of Fatal Run that's coming out for like modern consoles and PC, I think. But mainly they're focusing now on making these classic experiences, whether it's a 7800 plus, 2600 plus, reissuing games for those consoles, and then publishing some homebrew stuff. And they've expanded quite a bit. They bought Atari Age. So they have they're putting a lot into this retro thing, and they're doing pretty well. They're making money, and they're putting out good products for the most part. I actually did a pre-order on a version of Tiger Heli, which is you talk about shmups, that's a good shmup. There's a version of Tiger Heli that's going to be coming out for 7800. I'm not sure when, but I did a pre-order on it not too long ago. It wasn't even expensive. I think the cartridge was like $35 or something like that. $30. So they're doing pretty good. They're, as far as retro themed companies go, this new Atari is pretty good. They're not perfect. They make mistakes, sure. To give you an example, my Atari 7800 Plus, it has 4 buttons on the top: power, pause, reset, and instead of select, reset. It has 2 reset buttons instead of a select and reset. Although they function as reset and select, the buttons themselves both say reset. I don't know. Not everything's perfect with Atari, but I actually was fine with it because it's a variant. But it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. So they have sort of the charm of a small company, but they're doing good stuff. They're doing good stuff, and they're not overcharging people. You know, they're doing pretty good. I mean, some of the stuff they're doing is pretty wild with the extra stuff. They're putting out like liquor bottles and some strange stuff that's a little weird. Some of the watches, I don't know. There's some interesting things, but for the game stuff, they're doing pretty good. Let's see. PJ says Activision was so damn good in their first 5 years. Every game was a must-have. Even Dragster was fun. Yeah, I have Dragster, and that's a game I don't really understand. I've tried to play it in the past, and I guess I don't really understand how to play it. We could try to play that. See how it goes. Laser Blast, you've been a blast. But let's find Dragster. Where did I put it? Dragster. I'll show you my cartridges. Hang on. Let me switch over here. All right. I'll show you this real quick. If I can get all these in camera. Ugh. This is my 2600 and 7800 games. I have 2 of these bins. Excuse me. 2 of these bins filled with 7800 stuff. Some of which are new stuff, like newer release stuff, like the newer release ones. But a lot of them are just the regular 7800 games, retail, and then all the rest of these are 2600 games. I get quite a bit. I don't know. I don't know how many I have, but it's a lot. It's quite a few. And a lot of the games that I don't have that I still would be interested in are pretty damn cheap, so that works out as well. Okay. We were looking for Dragster. Let's see. Where did I put you, Dragster? There you are. So maybe you can help me figure out how to play this game, Dragster. Because when I remember trying to play this a while back and I didn't really understand what I was doing. It says game 1, straight Dragster, 1 or 2 players. Game 2, steering Dragster, 1 or 2 players. Designed by David Crane. How about that? David Crane, famous for a ton of stuff. What, Pitfall, right? All right, we'll load the Dragster. When you put a cartridge in the 7800 Plus, it takes a second to load up. And by the way, if you get a 7800 Plus and you want to do the update, it's pretty easy to do. You just go to their channel, look for downloads, and there's a program that you can install as long as you have a Windows computer, and you can do the update pretty easily. It's not a big deal. So I recommend you do the updates because you get some extra functionality and support for homebrew stuff. Okay, let's see. Basserino, I remember Pitfall was by them. Oh yeah, Pitfall. Ooh, I love Pitfall. That was one of those games we had on the Intellivision back in the day. And then, of course, I have the 2600 version as well. It's basically the exact same game. It's a little better on the 5200. It's actually a little bit better. But I probably don't... I don't know if I'd recommend playing it on the 5200 because of the controller. Because you really have to be careful with that. But I love Pitfall. PJ says Pitfall had to be their biggest seller. Yeah, probably so. Pitfall, River Raid... They had some bangers, man. Activision. Basserino, right on, man. Just wanted to say good morning since I'm back on the clock. Well, good morning, sir, and thanks for stopping by. Cyber says, I bought They Live direct from them for Switch. There you go. They Live. Wow. PJ says, that would be a cool jingle. Not everything's perfect with Atari. Not everything's perfect with Atari. Have you played Atari today? Yes, I have. Cyber says, I bought the neon sign and liquor flask from Atari as well. There you go. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they got some interesting extra products on there. Yeah, that liquor flask is... I've looked at it a couple of times. I'm not going to get it. I don't... Believe it or not... Oh my God, nobody's going to believe this. It's just unbelievable for me to say. Believe it or not, I don't really drink very much. I haven't drank since March. Last time I drank, I got drunk. It was a big deal, and I just don't enjoy. If I drink too much and I get drunk, it's not good. So I just don't drink that much anymore. I'm getting old. You can't really drink. Well, I can't really drink like I did when I was younger. I drink soda and water and juice, milk, chocolate milk, sir. I drink a lot of coffee. But I have looked at the flask. It's pretty cool. The glass one they have. Cyber says, I bought the neon sign. I already read that. PJ says, I haven't played it in 30 years, but it was all in the shifting the gear with the joystick, and the trigger button was the gas. You can't give it gas when shifting or you blow the engine. Aha. Okay, thank you. I'm going to try to do this. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to try. Cyber says, I think original hardware is better. Emulation always has quirks. Yeah, I mean, it's a conundrum, right? Because I do prefer original hardware, and I have a 7800 that's composite modded that I could be playing this on right now, and it would look pretty good. But it's a conundrum. Do I want to do it on the 7800 Plus? Do I want to do it on my actual 7800? For now, I'm really enjoying the 7800 Plus. There might come a day when I revisit that. There might come a day when I say, you know, I'm just going to use my 7800, my modded 7800, because it is, obviously real hardware, and you don't have compatibility issues of any kind. It might be that I talked to Chris, who was here earlier, and at some point see about maybe doing like an RGB mod or something on my 7800. I'm not sure. There's also that cartridge you can get for 7800 that has RGB out on it, and then you could play everything off of it's like an EverDrive basically, and that might be the better solution for doing that, because then I would just be able to play everything, any homebrew I could download as a ROM, and hacked games and the full libraries of everything. So that might be the better idea there. I don't know. That's for down the road. It's not something I'm too worried about right now. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I feel you. Cyber says, how many here have a 5200? Yes, 5200 is right here, and I love the 5200. I have good controllers, and that makes a big difference. Plus, I was finally able to get this sucker a while back, and that makes a big difference too. If you can get one of those, then, because I have a big collection of 5200 games. I think I have like 50 something games. But some of my carts don't want to work right because the pins are not good. So, unfortunately, to play those games, I have to do it off of the Atari Max cart. But I'm glad to have it. I love the 5200. Such a good console. If you're into that sort of thing. Cyber says, I'm 46, drink like a fish. Well, good for you. I cannot do that. I have friends that are about my age or even older than me that, yeah, they absolutely drink like fishes. And when we were doing the streams on Papa Pete's channel, everybody was drinking. I was even drinking. And I got to tell you, it took a toll. It took a toll. Yeah, I've never been able to hold down very much alcohol. It's just not me. It is what it is. Cyber says, wow, chat delay is a minute or so. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. The chat is the chat. The chat is the chat. It is what it is. So anyway, plus I'm delayed anyway getting to the chat. So there's double delay. Double delay. All right, we're going to try to play this game, this Dragster. And it's not going to, I can already tell you, it's not going to go well. We're going to have issues, but I'm going to try anyway. All right. Yeah, see, that's what happens to me. Okay. Hang on. Nope. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't understand this game. Okay, I'm in neutral. I'm in neutral. How do I switch? C. What? I don't understand this game. I don't know how to do it. Okay, I'm moving now. And then I blew it. What? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm maybe starting to piece together an idea. There we go. 4 is the highest you go, I guess. Okay. So the other player, okay, is this not a one-player game? You have to have 2 players for this? I'm confused. I thought this was 1 or 2 player. Okay, maybe there's a mode 1. Yeah, well, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. But the other, there's no computer opponent, apparently. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong with that. I don't know. Let's see. Cyber says, I'm French and Irish. We do the drink a bit. I understand. BJ says, maybe down is clutch and left is 1. Left seems to be the only thing I know that switches the gears. As far as the clutch, I don't know. I don't know. Cyber says the prime of Activision before they ruined Blizzard. Oh, wow. Yeah. Mode 2 is 1 player? Oh, mode 2? Alright, let's see about that. Mode 2. Let's try that. Oh, I blew it. I blew it! Okay, I screwed that up. Getting too big a hurry. Oh. So, I don't know. I'm doing mode... I did mode 1. I tried mode 2. Neither one... I don't know. Okay, we're going to look up Dragster on Wikipedia. Dragster. It's a 1980 racing game for the Atari computer system, video computer system. It was designed by David Crane. This was one of the first games released by Activision. Blah, blah, blah. Objective of the games to either beat player's opponent across the screen to race the clock or best time depending on the setting used. Okay, I need the manual. That's what I need, is the manual for this game. Okay. Let's see. Here's the manual. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's going to be... Here we go. Now we can read it. Look at these graphics. That's cool. Wow, imagine if somebody built a dragster that actually looked like this, like based on, like from the game. That would be awesome. PJ says, I always played this at a friend's house with a friend. Yeah, I got you. Okay. All right. Skill setting, blah, blah. Okay. Game 1, straight ahead dragster, 1 or 2 players. 1 or 2 players. Game 2, steerable dragster, 1 or 2 players. Huh. Oh, wow. Nice picture, David. Nice picture. This is David Crane. You remember those commercials they used to have for Miller Lite or whatever? Like, this is Dick. Dick is an executive at the head of Miller. I don't know if you remember those commercials. They were bizarre back in the day. Yeah, I think you have to have 2 players. I think you're right. I think you have to have 2 players for this. I mean, you don't have to. You can just drag with 1 person, but the other one is just going to sit there. Your joystick is both clutch and gear shift. The red button is your gas pedal. Use left for the top car, right for the bottom car. Hold joystick with button at the upper left. Shift gears, clutch by pressing the joystick to the left. And yeah, that's what I was doing. Okay, so I was playing it right. Alrighty. Well, I mean, you really need 2 players, but it's still fun. It's still fun. I finally figured out how to play it. That's the important thing. I may not be the best at it, but I can get all the way through a race without destroying my car now. Because that I could never do before. So 7.04 on that one. I'll try this again. Oh, that one didn't do as good on that one. All right, we'll try it again. Oh, I blew it. I blew it! All right, one more time. Oh, 6.74. That's much better. I'm not saying it's good, but it's better. PJ says, what's the speed record for this, I wonder? What did it take to get a patch? Oh, dude, I have no idea. Those patches are not something I even knew about when I was a kid. I had never heard of that. I heard about that way. I mean, I was probably an adult before I ever even heard of those patches. You know, I was a little kid when Atari was around and then television was around. I mean, I was little, you know. I was born in 77. So, you know, we were playing this when I think my mom got the Intellivision in probably like maybe like 82, 83. And then we had that, and we didn't get an Atari until probably 86. And then we had that, like I said, till probably 88 or 89. And that's when we finally got NES. I still played Atari and Intellivision. I mean, I bought... they were still bringing out Atari 2600 games way late. And I remember buying Double Dragon when it came out for the 2600. And I bought it brand new from Sears. So I was still playing 2600 at that point. But Still, never heard of these. Never heard of the patches or none of that extra stuff. I never heard of that. That was something I found out about later. And it's weird that I didn't know about it because we did a bunch of that extra kind of stuff. We had like these magazines. What was it called? Highlights or something, where they would give you like 3D glasses and it would come with extra stuff and you get like seeds to plant and all this kind of these, like, you know what I'm talking about? These like subscription services for kids for them to do stuff. We had that kind of stuff. So it's just interesting that, and we took computer classes. We had a TRS-80 with the little chiclet keys, and we would get magazines and get the code out of the magazines and type it in and make color bars on the screen or do something. We had a tape player we'd record programs onto. I'm old. I'm very old. All right, Dragster. Not a bad game now that I understand how to play it, but apparently you really do need to have two people. Okay, here's a game. Here's a game I have not put nearly enough time into, but I really like. It's called Barnstorming. You guys have probably played the shit out of this. I think this is even on the Atari 50 collection. Okay, and according to the label, we have 4 different game modes for this. Hedge Hopper, Crop Duster, Stun Pilot, and Flying Ace. So that'll be interesting. By the way, you might notice I'm yanking the cartridges out and leaving the console on. And that's what they suggest that you actually do for this system, which is so bizarre. But apparently it's fine, and it actually loads the games faster when you do that. So, yeah, that's actually what they tell you to do. Very strange. PJ says, I remember Antic magazine for Atari 8-bit. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. You got a problem with this game, or is it just not loaded properly? Hang on. Hopefully there's not a compatibility issue. If I start running into a bunch of compatibility stuff, I may have to make some calculated decisions. But I don't think that's what this is. I think it just didn't quite connect the way it needed to. We'll see. Come on, Barnstorming. You can do it. I believe in you. Get down. Come on, Barnstorming. Don't let me down. I need to storm barns. No game detected. Okay, I think that's probably what it is. Just not connected properly. Suck. 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 I might have to break out my alcohol and the swabs and clean this thing. There's a lot of cat hair in my apartment. There's a lot of cat hair. I'm going to do that. I'm going to clean it. Hang on. We're going to get this figured out. We got the alcohol. Ladies and gentlemen, Cyrus Martin. Cyrus Martin has alcohol on live stream. Oh my gosh. Get ready to report him. He's showing alcohol on his streams. What a terrible person. What a horrible person. It's a little dirty. Doesn't look too bad. Sometimes you clean these suckers. You get in there and start cleaning on them, and you come out and the swab is like totally dark. It's not too bad. Can't really tell. It's a little bit musty. Could be a lot worse. Could be a lot better. Could be a lot worse. Okay. I think that's probably clean. This cartridge is clean. I'll be the judge of that. That's what my 7800 Plus says. I said, this cartridge is clean. 7800 Plus. I'll be the judge of that. All right. Hang on. Hang on. Before I put it in, let's switch back over so we can see. We got to watch the magic happen. Come on. Oh, okay, loading game. There it is. That's what it's supposed to look like. Look at that sky. Look at those colors. That's nice. All right, so game mode 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, there's 4 different ones. We'll try the first one first. We'll do the first one first. Okay, what just happened? No game detected. Oh boy, are we gonna have a problem here? Are we gonna have a problem here? Hang on. I'm gonna blow in my console as well. So much blowing. This stream blows. Alright, we'll try it again. That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Huh. Wow. There might be something wrong with my game. Or maybe it's just not making a good connection. Maybe I'm not getting it in there correctly. Get in there. Some of these 2600 games are a little wonky with how the pins line up and everything. All right, everybody cross your fingers. We're going to try to play this. Hopefully it doesn't do that again, because that's bizarre. All right. Oh, I ran it right into that tower. Okay. Oh, boy. God dang it. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. There. Oh, so you're trying to get under there and get to the barns, right? Oh, I'm hitting the birds. Oh boy, get up there. God dang it. I suck at this. These stupid birds. Oh, damn it. See, they throw me off. They're not... There's no... I don't know what the pattern is, what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Oh boy. And I'm always expecting to have to go back down, and that's not necessarily the case. Okay. Well, that's... Yeah. All right. So I guess the way... Instead of points, you're looking at your time, I guess. Right? I'm not really sure how this... We'll try that again. 9. Oh, okay. I see. I got to count down. Ah, okay. You're counting down the barns that you get through. 6. Come on. Ah, damn it. I did it again. Ooh, they're sneaky. They're sneaky. Get out of my way, birds. I'll give you the bird. 2 more to go. Stay on target. Okay, so I get it. So you got to get through 10 of them, and then whatever your time you have left is basically your score. I see. Aha. He. Ha. Ho. He. I got you. Okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes more sense anyway. More sense than it previously did. Alrighty. Alright, so let's try another mode. There's 4 modes, right? Let's try mode 2. Let's see how that goes, because I don't know. Okay, we got 15 we got to get on this one. Ah. So this, I see. So the modes are like... At least these 2 modes seem to be based on how many you have to get through. I mean, guys, I've not played Barnstorming like a lot of people have. It wasn't a game I had when I was a kid. So, bear with me as I learn about old stuff. It's a game you would hear about all the time, and people would be like, hey, you got that game? And you're like, no. And then eventually I did get it. Obviously, I haven't played it very much. And I think it's also in that collection, the Atari 50 collection. I think it's on my flashbacks. I think it's on a lot of stuff, actually. Fun game. Except for these birds. Oh, crap. Damn it. Yeah, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. All right. Mode 3. Is it going to be even more? Oh, it's also 15. So what's different about this then? Ugh. Maybe it's just harder. It seems to be harder. That's what she said. Ah, damn. Ugh, crap. I will say though, it's more forgiving than actual, like if I was in a real biplane trying to do this, I would not be surviving those towers. That would be a little bit different situation. And the birds probably as well, yeah. These friggin' birds, man, they're everywhere. We gotta get some hunters out here and take care of this. Crap. I stormed the barns. So I'm guessing 4 is going to be really hard. Oh boy. 25? Wow. How am I supposed to get 25 barns? I mean, I can do it. You're going to be able to do it. You don't die or anything. It's going to take forever. I'll still be here next week trying to get 25 barns. Get away out of my way, birds. How dare you? I'm flying here. I'm flying here. Oh, come on. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. It's terrible. Can't get up there. Oof. Oof. I will say, the way they do the scrolling, it's not really like, I guess you could say it's parallax scrolling, but the way they do it, it does add a nice effect to the game. It's nice looking. It's definitely a nice looking game. Even though the graphics are very, very simple, it still looks nice. Come on. Oh my god. Three more. Wow, 1:33. That's not good. That's not good. But that's fun. It is fun. Barnstorming, you're okay. You're okay. That might be a fun one to do a competition on. You know, we do all these competitions on in television games, like on Casey's channel and Papa Pete's channel. Nobody does any competitions on Atari games. At least I'm not seeing that kind of stuff where we do. Maybe that's what we need to do, PJ. On the next Super Duper Retro show, maybe we need to break out some of these Atari games and try to do some competitions. You know, Dragster would be cool, even though you can only do one. You have to have 2-player locally to really. You don't really have to, though, I guess. We could do Dragster. We could do Barnstorming. There's probably a bunch of games we could do competitions on that would be really fun. Something to think about. Something to think about. Thank you, Barnstorming. Not too bad. I want to play some Astro Blast, even though I prefer Astro Smash on the Intellivision. But Astro Blast, you can use the paddle controller. So I'm gonna hook up the paddle control. I think I need to wait. Do I need to wait? No, I don't. I can just take this controller out, plug in, plug in the paddles. Atari has released new paddles that are exactly like the old paddles. I mean, exactly. But I think my older paddles feel a little bit better for some reason. Maybe it's just the way I had them like fixed up and everything, put some deoxid in them, and they seem to work really, really well. But the new paddles work good too. It's just I think I'm used to the way these work, if that makes sense. So anyway, all right, we'll plug these paddles in, and then we'll plug in the Astro Blast. Hopefully this one doesn't have any issues. I might have to clean this too. So much cat hair, man. Freaking cat hair. Okay, it seems like it's loading. PJ says we definitely need to. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Okay. Now, Astro Blast has two modes. One is super fast, and the other one's regular. And if you try to play this in super fast, good luck, because that's impossible. We're not going to be doing that. All right. Find out which controller. This one? Nope. Is it this one? Yep. There we go. See, that's super fast. That's super fast. One of these switches. Not that one. Maybe it's this one. Okay, that's automatic fire, which you don't really need to have because you can just hold the button and get the same thing. Okay, I think this is the right mode. Alright, they're going to reset it. Here we go. The paddles are very sensitive for this game. I wish you could play Astro Smash with the paddle controller. Because I like Astro Blast, but it's not as good. You know, it just doesn't have as many things going on, and the graphics aren't quite as good. It is a better frame rate, though. That's the other thing. Astro Smash is like 30 frames per second, and this one's like 60 frames per second. So there's good things and bad things about each version. Also don't really like the sound effects in this version. I think it's just more, well, some of it is that what I'm used to playing, and I don't know. Some of it I don't think is. Some of it it's genuinely almost like objectively better on the Intellivision. But I'll tell you what, it's a hell of a lot easier to hit stuff that you have to get a precise bead on, because in Intellivision, man, that's the biggest problem I have on that game, is getting a precise bead on stuff that's coming in, because sometimes you just cannot line up with it. Unfortunately, you don't have like this. You move like basically 1 pixel at a time, so you can get a precise bead very easily, but not on the Astro Smash. I've never really tried to play to get a high score or see how far I could get on this. Just never really have. It's too fast. Like, even on the slower mode, it's still too fast. Maybe that's just me. I'm a slow dude who's used to slow stuff. Thankfully, I can pause it, though. Ah, like right here, we'll pause it. Pause. There. See? See what I mean? See what I mean, Vern? Alright, back to the game. Ah! Stupid rocks. So one thing I want you to know about the Atari 7800 Plus, and I believe it's also the 2600 Plus, is there is a menu in the system for you to make some adjustments to how the games run and look. And it's good to know about it because you might want to make some adjustments to things. I'll show it to you in a minute when I lose all my lives here in just a second. Probably gonna happen in just a minute. Also, I want to mention that the paddle controller works really well. There's really not, if there might be a little bit of input lag, but it's not noticeable. It's not like a major amount of input lag. Just barely, probably any. I'm not saying there's not any, because there probably is, but it's not so much that it's like a big deal. Ah! Okay, let me show you what I was talking about with the menu. So if you take your cartridge out and you have the screen, this screen showed up where it's just sitting here waiting, where it says no game detected. If you have that up and you press select and reset at the same time, it'll bring up this menu here. And this menu will let you go through and make some adjustments to things. So 50 hertz mode, don't use that unless you need that, because you want it to be 60 hertz to get the full speed and everything. Bilinear filter adds a little bit of a blur. I don't know why you would want that, but some people might. Integer scaling I am using. You might not want to use, because if you don't use integer scaling, it will scale the whole picture up to the full size of the screen. To like, it'll fill the top and bottom. It'll keep the ratio 4:3 or 16:9, whatever you have it set to on that switch on the back. But integer scaling what that does is it scales the pixels properly at 1080p so that everything's the right size, so there's no shimmering effect on the screen when it scrolls, which is important to me, but not everybody's going to care about. Some people just want that extra screen space. It's a little bit of extra it'll give you. So it's something to think about. The phosphor thing is an interesting effect that leaves like a little trails behind stuff, but I don't really want to mess with it. You might enjoy it quite a bit. I don't know. 2-button 2600 mode. I think that's a newer thing they added, and I don't totally understand that. If it's like some games on 2600 support 2 buttons, I don't know, but it's interesting. I don't have it hooked up. High score cart. Again, I don't really know what that is all about, but yeah, there's that. Somebody probably knows a lot more about that than I do. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you go through these menus and do all this, get to the end. Boop. There you go. All right, we're going to try again with Astroblast. See if things go any better this time. We'll see. We'll see. No promises. All right. All right, here we go. Time for the Astroblasting. Uh-oh. I can't control it. Why can I not control it? My paddle's not working. What just happened? Okay. That's weird. Try this again. That's strange. There we go. I don't know. That was weird. It just didn't load right. That was strange. Damn it. Reset. I'm going to try to get as far as I can. I'm actually going to concentrate on what I'm doing here, guys. So Bear with me if I'm not paying too much attention to the chat. But we're not really chatting too much this morning anyway, so we'll get back to that in a minute. So, is there not a hyperspace in Astro Blast? I know you can do that in Astro Smash. I wonder if you have to hit the button on the other paddle to do hyperspace. I'm gonna hit it. Nope, it didn't do it. Damn it. I got myself killed messing with it. So I guess, unless there's some way to do it that I don't know about, there's no hyperspace in Astro Blast. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe somebody knows about that, or I could look it up, I guess. You don't really need hyperspace though, because the paddle moves so fast. Ah, well, as soon as I said that. Pharaoh Man, what's up, dude? Good morning. On my way to work. Gaming for breakfast. Yes, sir. I hope you like crap. Welcome to the stream. You might notice those black bars on the side of the screen there. That's just a thing that happens with a lot of 2600 games. It's part of the deal you get when you play these games on the system. So it's not a it's not related to emulation or anything like that, since this is the 7800 plus. That happens on real hardware too. Damn it! Come on, man, really? Somebody needs to make modern paddle controllers for consoles and stuff. Or just add a paddle controller. They need to do something. Bring the paddle back. That's all I'm saying. You know, I want to start a campaign to bring the paddle controller back. Ah, oh, damn it. You could do like a whole, you know how they did, have you played Atari today? You could bring, for the paddle controller thing, we could say, have you had your paddle today? Have you been paddled today? Whoa. Oh my. Come on, color's changing. There we go. Purple. Crap. So fast. Ah, damn it. Thought I could squeeze in there. I was wrong. Dead wrong. Oh my god. Oh, damn it. I ran right into that. Oh, damn it, why did I do that? Sometimes I don't know why I make this. I'll see something and I'll just aim right at it. I'm like, why did I do that? Oh no, I couldn't. It was too much. Ah, damn it. At least those things don't chase you on the ground like they do on the Intellivision one. Ah! That was close. No! God dang it. Come on, man. Come on, man. God dang it, every time. Every time. Crap. PJ says, free the paddle! Yes, sir. Pharaoh Man, anyone love Atari because of the 80s movie Cloak and Dagger? Dude. Yes, that's part of the reason I became obsessed with the Atari 5200. Because I was like, what is that cartridge? I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know what it was. And then years later, some relatives were getting rid of a 5200 and gave it to me. I didn't even expect it. Had no idea. Had never even seen a 5200. Never seen one. And they gave me a 5200. And as soon as I took the first cartridge out, which was probably like pole position, took it out of the box or something, I was like, my God, this is the cartridge. This is the cartridge. Unfortunately, Cloak and Dagger never came out for 5200 officially, which was very strange for me. I was like, are you kidding me? But yeah, Dabney Coleman, what's the kid from E.T.? Damn it, I can't remember his name. Henry Thomas, right? I think Drew Barrymore is in that. Maybe. That's a good movie. When you're a kid, when you were a little kid, that was a cool movie. That was really cool. The ending of that movie it scarred me for life, man. It scarred me for life. Dabney Coleman was the real hero, man. Yeah, he was a great actor. I miss him. He was awesome. Okay. I think we're going to try it again, and we'll use auto fire so I just concentrate on movement. We'll see how that goes. All right, so let's see. Is that the auto fire? No. Is it the other one? Yeah, that's auto fire. Okay. We'll try this again. Here we go. So I was thinking maybe if you had auto fire, then the button would do the teleport, you know, hyperspace, but it's not. It doesn't do anything. Damn it. All right. I'm not doing anything either if I keep doing that. So we're using auto fire right now. I mean, I was just holding the button down before, but now I'm not even doing that. You have to make it as easy as possible. I gotta remember, when I shoot the big ones, stay in the middle. Don't try to go off to the side. Ah, god dang it, as soon as I say it, I'm dying. Oh my god, what did I just say? Stay in the middle. It's so hard for me to do. Damn it. I'm just dying all over the place now. I almost died right there. Oh my god. Maybe there's not really a strategy. Maybe just keep going. Sometimes you try to do something and it gets you killed. I should just start over on this. Let me start over. You keep trying to squeeze under there and get one of those little ones, and then I die. Also, every time I talk, I seem to die. I really can only do one thing at a time. I've mentioned that before. I have an enormous amount of respect and admiration for my friends that can play these games, or even much more complex games, and have a full conversation and think about what they're saying while they're playing. I can't do that. Never been able to do that. Not even just like hanging out with people. I could never do it. I would always tell people, shut up! Quit talking! I'm trying to play a game. I can't even listen to other people talk, let alone talk myself. You ever be driving your car and you get confused about where you're at, or you're trying to figure something out, so you turn the radio down? You ever do that? Oh my god. Alright, stop talking, Cyrus. Damn. Ah. Oh, damn, I couldn't get over there. We got lucky on those. Ah, come on, dude. Oh, what the hell? Ah. It's gonna be like that again. Can't even stay in the purple. God dang, man. Ooh. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Oh boy, they're coming fast. I can't think this fast. Damn it. What? Why is your ship so fat in this one? It needs to be thinner, like on the Intellivision one, man. It screws me up. Wow, I got lucky. I got lucky again. on. Ah. Ah, damn it. Damn. Oh, come on, man. Sometimes I die and I'm like, what? Like, what happened? This is so much harder than Astro Smash. Like, this is way harder. And you would think with a paddle controller it would be so much easier. Damn. Ah, come on. Shit. Come on. Oh, man. I got lucky on a couple of those. Oh, shit. 16 to 15. Wow. That's hard. That's hard. Okay. Bill Bob says, I'm sorry, I don't mean to hurt you with this, but I feel like I've seen other games like this before that were better. Okay, yeah, I mean, you're not hurting me. There definitely have been better games, absolutely. Obviously, modern consoles have expanded the capabilities of graphics, music, sound effects, gameplay. Yeah. I don't think I was suggesting that Astro Blast was the premier game to see or to play, so definitely not hurting me. Bill Bob says, am I the only one who thinks Jaguar should have been called the 64,000? Well, that would have been funny. That would have been interesting. That would have kept in line, I guess, with the numbering thing. That's interesting. 64,000. The $64,000 question. What should Jaguar have been called? Bill Bob, even if the whole 64-bit crap was a lie. It wasn't really a lie. It was just kind of a, you know. It was fuzzy math, as they used to say. Fuzzy math. Pharaoh Man 23, 64,000. I love it. We failed Atari in the Jag days. Did someone build Mortal Kombat 2 for the Jaguar? I think so. I think they're either have done that or are working on that. There's one for the 3DO that's out now that's absolutely stunning. But I think there's also a Jaguar version, either done or being done at some point. I think that is probably enough Astro Blast for this morning. I'm going to put the paddles away. Put the paddles away, man. And we're going to play something different. All right. Okie dokie. I think if you're honest about, as you were saying earlier, Bill Bob, anybody that enjoys older consoles, retro systems of any kind, is probably probably needs to understand, yeah, a lot of these games were products of their time. And we can still enjoy them and love them and have appreciation for them and nostalgia for them. Sure. But I don't think anybody's saying the 2600 games or the Intellivision games or, ColecoVision or Atari 5200 or any of this. Nobody's looking at the graphics on that saying, that's the pinnacle. It couldn't have been better. I don't think anybody's doing that. Okay. Okay, how about some Phoenix? It's a good version of Phoenix. Is it the best version of Phoenix? Probably not. But is it good? I think it's fun. Let's see if we can get it to load. Come on, Phoenix. Uh-oh, we got Phoenix problems. Probably need to clean this one too. All right, let's clean it. Let's break out the alcohol. And we'll clean the game. Cyrus Martin was cleaning his games with alcohol on his live stream. I don't think I can clean it, actually. It's got the connector thing. Some of these games have these little, see that little panel thing that covers it? I don't think I can even clean this game. All right. Maybe it wasn't that it needed to be cleaned. Maybe it just wasn't making good connection. We'll try it again. Phoenix is not rising from the ashes. Not yet. Not yet. There we go. Yeah, it just wasn't making good connection. Okay. We have the Phoenix. Phoenix is very similar to a lot of those, Galaxian style games. Obviously. I don't know the timeline on which games came out before which. You know what I mean? Not real familiar with all that. Not sure if Phoenix was out before. Ooh, ouch. Damn it. There's another game that's like this on the 2600. Looks very, very similar. Called Demon Attack. Demon Attack. And I know you play Demon Attack. PJ and I have enjoyed that. Several versions of that. Intellivision, ColecoVision. And it's also on 2600. Might play that in a minute. Oh, wow. I crashed right into him. Wow, that was terrible. Ah, oh, damn it. I turned right into the lasers. If we ever get invaded by giant creatures and somebody needs somebody to pilot a ship that will crawl across the ground shooting at them, I'm probably not the guy to go to. I'll just say that. Ah, crap. Got him. Hell yeah. Got him. Even though I lost all my lives getting there in the first stage. Ah, damn it. You win this time, Phoenixes. It's just like its name. Earth-based demon attack. Oh yeah, you have a shield in this. I'm watching the little demo going, oh yeah, I have a shield. I always forget I have a shield. Alright. Yeah, you press down and it activates your shield. I forget. That was close. I almost got killed right there. Ah, damn it. Oh boy. Damn, I always crash into them. Scheiße. Scheiße. Come on, man. I'm not even going to get to the boss on this one. Ah. See? Can't even get there. It's terrible. This is terrible. Terrible. Fairman 20, I wish we could get invaded this morning. Then I wouldn't have to go to work. Maybe classic zombie apocalypse. That's a bit extreme as far as like trying to avoid going to work on a Friday. I'm just saying, it's a little bit extreme. I feel you though. There's Fridays I've felt the same. Bill Bob says, this makes me want to play that Atari Galaga, or Galaga as I say. Some people say Galaga for some reason. This makes me want to play Atari Galaga, which I think is homebrew. There's one on the 7800. I think there is one on 2600 that's like homebrew. The 7800 one looks a little weird, but it's pretty fun. We could play that. We could play some of that. Where is that at? Right here. $7,800 Galaga. 7800 Galaga. Hopefully that loads up good. It's pretty good. I mean, like I said, the graphics are, they're not as good as what you would want, but it's okay. It plays good. Galaga. 1984. Even though this wasn't released in 1984, but that's okay. See, graphics are kind of simple. But it's Galaga. See if I can get my ship captured. Damn, I'm trying not to kill those guys. Damn it, I'm killing them. I'm not even trying to. All right, come on, dude. Hit me with your best shot. Not that. Do your thing. Do your business. Do your stuff. Come on, dude. He's like toying with me because he knows what I'm trying to get him to do. Maybe I got to be closer to him when he gets down here. I don't know. He's not doing it. Weird. See if we can get him on the next one. That's the first time I've ever had that happen where they actually wouldn't do the thing. There he is. Okay, cool. Now let's see if we can get our guy without blowing up our own ship. Ah, come on, man. There we go. Come on. Here we go. Keep missing a bunch of them. I have an appreciation. I was going to say this kind of in relation to what you were talking about earlier about not being the best versions of stuff. I have maybe everybody's not like this, I guess. But I have an appreciation for versions, for like different like conversions or ports of games. I like to see, like, even though this is, you know, different than Galaga as far as what you're used to, the arcade version or different versions of it, it looks different and it plays slightly different. I like that. I like that there's these different versions of games that are out there. I can appreciate the differences, you know? Sometimes it's limitations, sometimes it's just differences, graphics, music, sound, gameplay. I dig that. I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of that, of the differences and things. Sometimes I'll prefer a version that's technically not as good as another version. Like, for example, Splatterhouse for the TurboGrafx. I like the TurboGrafx, actually the PC Engine version because of the white mask. I like that version better than the arcade version. And it's not better. The graphics are technically, you know, the animations and everything are a lot better on the arcade version. But it's just something about the TurboGrafx or PC Engine version that really, I don't know, I like it better. Maybe because maybe it's a little easier, maybe. I don't really know. There's something about it. So sometimes I prefer something. I mean, my favorite console is the TurboGrafx. And it's definitely not the best console. There's tons of better experiences to be had as far as graphics and everything. More modern things, whatever. But it's still my favorite. It's still the one I love the most. I think we're weird like that as people. Sometimes there's something about something that'll connect with us in a way, and some of it's nostalgia, some of it's just the type of gamer we are, the time frame that we experience something. Who knows? Oh, I lost my shit. Damn it. Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm not a person who makes their gaming choices based on objective facts. You know, some of it's based on things that I can't even really explain to you because I don't know. But it didn't hurt me for you to say that. It did not hurt me at all. It's something I think we should be aware of, you know? Because you're right. Just because I prefer something or I like something or I would like to play something, that doesn't mean that it's going to be appreciated by everybody. Because, yeah, if it's obviously inferior to other things that are out there in a technical way, yeah, you're going to have to accept that the thing you love might be the thing you love. It might not be appreciated by everybody. And I'm definitely that guy. I'm the guy that... oh, damn it, we missed it. Oh, well. Ah, and then I died. Ah, stupid. I'm definitely that guy. I'm the guy that likes what I like. And honestly, I don't know. I think that's what a lot of us are like. We just like what we like. I don't make any... I can't even give you any excuses as to why I like what I like. I just do. Prime 1, dude, what's up? Did I miss Robotron 2084? No, we could play that in a minute. We could play that next. I got my standard 7800 controller over here, which I think is the best combination for doing this. I got my D-pad controller hooked up right now, which is an aftermarket NES style controller. We can use that for player 1, and player 2 use the standard 7800 controller. We'll do that. That's enough 7800 Galaga. All right, let's find Robotron. Where did you go? Where did you go now? Ow, 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 where did you go? There it is. All right, we'll plug the 7800 into player 2. Get this wire unkinked. That's my favorite way to do it because it's really best on the 5200 with the analog, but when you use this, you put your thumb on it and you can just guide that really easily like that. It's really good. Let's see. Pharaoh Man, was it Millipede or Centipede on the NES? I know Centipede. I have Millipede and Centipede on my 5200. I have Centipede on the 7800 and on the 2600. I'm not sure what all Millipede is on. It's a good question. It's a good question. Pharaoh Man, I love Master System attempts at arcade games, classic 8-bit. Dude, there's a charm to these things. There's a charm to what a console offers, you know? And the Master System is the best, probably the best example of that because, yeah, like R-Type, Golden Axe, Double Dragon, you know, Afterburner, Shinobi. There's a bunch of games on the Master System they're not like the arcade games. They're their own thing almost. They're really like their own thing. Outrun is a good example of that. Yeah, on the Master System. And the Master System has, you can do the FM sound if you're able to do that, and you can do the 3D glasses if you're able to do that. Master System has some cool stuff. That's a phenomenal system. I got to play that more. It's sitting right there. I just don't play it very much. But it's sitting right there, man. Right there on the other side of my camera. You can't see it because I'm pointing my finger. That's the direction I'm pointing my finger. It's over there. Love that console. Prime One says 7800 was the closest to old school arcade at a home system back then. The funny thing about the 7800, and you guys, there's better people that could tell you better facts about this kind of stuff. I'm really not that historian guy. I'm not that guy. But the 7800 was delayed for like 2 years. And by the time it came out, the NES had already been out, and I think the Master System had already been out. So it's unfortunate because if it had come out 2 years earlier when it was supposed to, God, man, I really think it could have done, it would have done so much better for sure. But yeah, it would have blown our minds. A backwards compatible Atari system, that's what we wanted, and that would have been great. But yeah, it does some cool stuff. The 7800 is pretty good. Controller by Retro Game Mods. The controller I have, okay, I'll show you this real quick. So this is the one that I was telling you about that I have for my 7800. It doesn't have like a name really on it or anywhere. I bought it off eBay years ago, and you can get all kinds. Like I have one for my ColecoVision, and that might be from Retro Game Mods. I really don't know, but I couldn't tell you who made that. But it's definitely, you definitely want to get you something like that for 7800 because it's really good. But still, this is good too. I like this. Just different. It's just different. Bill Bob says, yeah, I like the 7800 and the Master System both better than the NES. Oh, wow. Well, in some ways, yes. In some ways, I mean, this is funny because I think both the 7800 and the Master System are technically superior, like hardware-wise, to the NES, because the NES needed all those extra chips to really do, all the fancy games that we played over the years, those mapper chips, but the color palettes I think is better on both 7800 and Master System. Yeah. Now sound capability might be better on the NES. I don't know. I really don't know. Unless you talk about the FM sound, if you have that for the Master System. But the sound on the 7800 is not great. So, yeah. But, between the three consoles, they're all very good. Bill says, but it was the only way to play Mario 3. Indeed. Indeed. Prime 1, the 7800 was supposed to come out in 1984, but Jack kept it in storage. Jack then released the 7800 and the XEGS in response to the NES. Yeah, there you go. Jack Tramiel. Prime 1, the controller was made by Retro Game Mods. He's a really cool guy. Okay, cool. There you go. Pharaoh 23, I like Shinobi on Master System better than Genesis. Well, the Master System one is so good. And I played the crap out of that back in the day. And to this day, the bonus scenes where the ninjas are coming at you throwing the stars and you're throwing the stars at them, I think is some of the best graphics on an 8-bit system. That's the Master System. Oh my gosh, the graphics. You play games like Phantasy Star, it's like on another level. I mean, the Master System is a very powerful system. R-Type. I mean, it's just an awesome looking system. Okay. Let's see if we can do this, ladies and gents. One player, we want novice, because this is one thing I love about 7800 games is almost every single one of them lets you pick your difficulty like this at the title screen. I wish more games, you know, would do that, but they do that on almost not every 7800 game, but almost all of them. So we'll do that. All right, so we'll shoot with this one. We'll move with this one. I think I still prefer the 5200 version of this because of I think the controllers feel a little bit easier to manage. But this is this is a solid way to play this. This is really good. Oh yeah. Wow, look at all these guys on the screen. That's crazy. And obviously the arcade version is gonna look and sound a lot better, but we're not doing that. We're playing, you know, old school consoles here. Oh no. Oh no. No, damn it. Ran right into that guy. You people are dying like flies. Sheesh. Not good. No, do not want. Oh wow, look at all that. So much crap. Look at all these freaking dudes. Oof. Ah, damn it. Damn it! Don't you die on me! Ugh. Little blue guys are nuts, man. Okay, we gotta pause it. Oh boy. Thank God for the pause button. Oh my, check it a chat, check it a chat. Prime 1, the controller is made by Retro Game Mods. Pharaoh 23 says, I like Shinover. Holy crap, Fantasy Star. Yes, sir. That's exactly the way to describe it. Holy crap. Prime 1, the NES was fun, but every game was a draft version of popular arcade games. I didn't take Mighty Final Fight serious, especially since the characters remind me of Pep Boys brothers. Okay. Pharaoh Man says this game looks a lot like Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, it's interesting. Fair enough. Oh, there's so many bad guys. There's so many of them. Oh, damn you and your heat-seeking laser beams. Ah, those giant brains, which is what I think those are. I can't really tell, but that's what I think they are. They are garbage. I'm not a fan of them. Oh, crap. Damn. People are dying. Damn it, they killed the lady. How dare they? Wow. Wow. Oh man. So much death. What can men do against such reckless hate? Ah, damn it. I was trying to kill that robot. I wasn't paying enough attention. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is the end of the road right here, fellas. There we go. Ah! This is it. Well, we made it one more. Ooh, we made it one more. And I got a life. Oh, and then I died immediately. One more life. This is it right here. Wow, that's a lot of heat-seeking lasers. Holy crap. Somehow I got another life out of that. Damn it. Okay, well there you go. Wave 15. That's as far as we go. That's a good game. That's on novice though. Man, on a higher difficulty, I wouldn't be doing anything on that. Wow. Prime 1 says, it's not 7800 related, but the best 2600 game is Room of Doom. It's like Robotron and Tron, but has an ending. Oh, wow. I never played that one. Is it like a homebrew? I never heard of that one. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, maybe next time we'll play some 5200, because I do enjoy that quite a bit. Maybe we'll do that next time. I'm sure I'll be streaming more this weekend and hanging out with you guys and talking about stuff. But I'm going to wrap things up here. Guys, this has been a really fun retro game stream, Atari-focused retro game stream using the Atari 7800 Plus. I've really enjoyed this early morning Rise and Shine stream. It's fun. Prime 1 says, nope, it was made before I was born. Oh, okay. Well, I never heard of that one. So I want to thank everybody for joining the chat. PJ Smith, you were number 1 in the chat. That's why you get the pinned comment. Thank you for being here, sir. Prime 1, good friend of mine. Thank you for being here, Prime 1. I greatly appreciate you. Pharaoh Man 23 as well. Awesome. Bill Bob is, I think, new to our endeavors and very much appreciated. Thank you for being here, Bill Bob. You had some great comments. Definitely made me think about. You gave me a lot to think about, actually. You had some good stuff that you had to say. So you're always welcome here. Thank you, sir. Cyber was also here. Cyber, thank you for being here. I like your name, Cyber. Not just because my name is in your name. Cyber, Cyrus, Cyrax. I've heard a lot of combinations of that. Cyber's one that I've been called it before in the past as well. Thank you, Cyber. Thank you for being here. Baserino stopped in, and I always love hanging out with Baserino. He hangs out on my Discord quite a bit. If you guys are not aware, I do have a Discord. There's a link in the description and on the channel. You can go check that out. And that would be cool. We always have good talks over there. Fun stuff. Big Block Plymouth. Big Block has been around for quite a while on all the channels that I've been involved in. Love talking with you, Big Block. You always have so much going on, so much to say, so much to add. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. Chris Courage also was here. If you guys don't know who Chris Courage is, he's the guy that does all the mods for me and a bunch of my friends. RGB mods, composite mods, replaced a laser for my TurboGrafx CD, did a ODE install for Chuck's 3DO. Chris is the man. He is the man. Anybody that I missed, I apologize. It's not my intention to miss people, but I do a lot of things by accident. So I apologize if I missed you. We'll catch you next time. Guys, you're awesome. And like I said, I'll stream again at some point this weekend. And I'll see you later. Y'all take care. Have you played Atari today? I hope so. If not, go check it out. Go play some.